If there's one thing that truly sparks a fire in the rugby world, it's when a team starts questioning what happens behind the scenes. And today, we have a controversy that's going to get everyone talking. Australia's head coach, Schmidt, didn't hold back when responding to recent accusations that the Wallabies manipulated injury situations to force uncontested scrums during the game against the Springboks in Perth. After 3 key Australian front rowers, Angus Bell, James Slipper and Alan Alatoa, left the game due to injuries, the Springboks began to suspect that the timing of these injuries was just too convenient. After all, South Africa was dominating the scrums, and suddenly that advantage disappeared with the shift to uncontested scrums. Coincidence or a strategic move that's raising eyebrows? Schmidt was straightforward, denying that the Wallabies had been faking these injuries, as some Springboks fans and even former players like John de Villiers suggested. According to him, the injuries were real and all protocols set by World Rugby were followed. Angus Bell came off both for blood and injury, so once you have substituted a player for injury, they cannot return to the field of play, Schmidt explained. You can substitute them for blood or a head injury, and then we had 2 head injuries that were assessed by an independent medical doctor, who I'm sure wouldn't appreciate anyone questioning their independence. He went on to explain how the Wallabies were also disadvantaged by the loss of their front row players, giving the Springboks the opportunity to score 3 maul tries. We conceded 3 maul tries, and we didn't have our big men to combat those mauls, so it's not like it's something we wanted to happen. But player welfare is paramount, and when players are injured, especially with those 2 head injuries in the second half, it's really important that the protocols are followed, Schmidt emphasized. While Schmidt defends his team, the Springboks, on the other hand, have formally requested that World Rugby investigate the situation and provide the Australian players' medical records. So far, Schmidt claims that, as far as I know, there has been no formal request made to World Rugby, certainly nothing that has come back to us, and nothing they have said they felt was untoward. To close, Schmidt responded to the criticism from former players like de Villiers and Lud de Jager, who raised suspicions about the timing of the injuries, which occurred shortly after the Springboks made their own front row substitutions. It's someone's prerogative if that's what they believe. We all question things from afar at times, especially when we're not abreast of the valid information, and the information here is black and white, Schmidt said. There was a clear injury in the first half to Angus Bell. He was removed at half-time, and 2 head injuries in the second half. Having coached in over 100 test matches, I've never had that happen before. It's not like it happens very often, but we were clearly disadvantaged by it. So what do you think? Are we witnessing a strategic move to neutralize the Springboks' greatest strength, or is Australia the victim of unfounded suspicions? It's a tough pill to swallow for either side, but the debate is wide open. Leave your thoughts in the comments because we want to know, were these injuries real or were they manipulated to change the game? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more analyses and controversies in the rugby world. Let's keep this heated discussion going here on Green and Gold Army News.